This is your WW3 news. Tuesday morning. There's the invisible son of the police. Yes, forget about it. Now, it seems to be in the news, especially in the United Kingdom, the rights of illegals. Now, as soon as they step off a boat, straight away a council house. And there are citizens, foreign and British, have been on the waiting list for years for a council house. And all of a sudden, these lot bypass people have respectively believing, in my opinion, the right to have a council house. And these illegals come along and they just jump the line, which I don't think it's fair. Because if you're going to introduce a welfare system which you have a set of rules and regulations, what rights you have and what credentials you need to obtain that type of right, I think it's just the status quo. The cults or the powers that be are just turning one person against another. Illegals against locals, which people do not see, and it's done with a certain intent, deliberate intent, as I say, because if you live in a world, how do you say, which common sense and logic should be adapted, certain things that wouldn't happen. Seeing living in a world now in the West, everything values don't mean anything anymore. Don't how do you say, has no value anymore, moral values or principles. It's get thrown out the window, and all in the name of wokeness nonsense, inclusion, exclusion. You know what, that bull crap. The real democracy is people considered equal rights, equal duties, which these illegals don't have. They do not work. They do not participate in the growing collective of society, especially in a socialist society. Everyone's considered as the commoners as equal, and obviously you've got the bureaucrats of the state which are more at a high level. This is Marxist and socialism, I tell you. And even they go against their own principle. Because you think it's right. There are a group of people, the majority, has to pay high taxes to maintain illegals in welfare and in council houses as soon as they step off the boat straight in. They say, it's avoid the high costs of hotels and barracks. These people should be kept in structures which they're not freely going around. As we heard in the United Kingdom, these illegals, they do horrible things to young girls and women as well, and loitering around schools, grooming on young girls and women as well. An outrageous orange clockwork violence against anyone for no apparent reason. in most cases not non-provoked. You know, it's absolutely becoming disgusting. The society's falling to pieces. And as usual, these are man-made events. And the politicians who are now in power, and even in the past, who have adopted these type of policies or narratives, as you say, they're the ones should be calling out for. Then after it's illegals who commit horrible crimes. Because the system cannot last long if you have a whole fucking country full of these illegals on welfare states, and the economy is going tits up. And where are you going to get the revenue from taxes? You're going to keep on taxing the middle class people. People will begin to rebel. And it's their intent to create a social uprise